Hey everybody, so this is going to be part 2. I had a delivery. I'm very sorry for the interruption, so this will be in 2 parts, I think. My son sent me tulips. Aren't they gorgeous? I might need some help on how to do tulips. I've never gotten tulips before, so I don't want to kill them. You know, I put them in a vase and cut them like the instructions said, but I know how to do roses. Not sure how to maintain the tulips, but anyway. So let's go back. Bottom of the deck is where I was. You have Scorpio energy, the Death card. So we just had this new moon, full moon in Scorpio, and it's your very first other card in your reading too is the moon. So this is going to be some significance for you. Now, the Death card represents literally death or illness, but it also, more importantly, represents purging, right? The flower on the flag that Death is holding has 5 petals and 5 leaves, and 5 represents change, right? And so change is coming whether we're ready for it or not, and change does not discriminate, right? Rich or poor, young, old, change is happening all the time. So this new full moon was very significant. It was the last supermoon of the year. I am not an astrologer, so I'm regurgitating to you what I do know, but there's enough. If you're watching a tarot reading, you already know enough about what's going on with the moon and the lunar cycles and stuff like that. So anyway, very interesting. Underlying theme of your reading, so is purging, new things coming in. So let's see what comes up as we go. I'll show you the cards and then I'll tell you what they seem like the story is telling me. So you've got the Moon card, Major Arcana, Pisces energy, subliminal thoughts, the subconscious mind, things that are illusions, things that you dream about, right? The unknown things. The crustacean comes up out of the water, the emotions. You've got the wolf, you've got the dog howling up at the moon. You've got the 2 towers, like yin yang, right? Balance. You've got the 7 of Pentacles, putting your work in on something, looking down at the fruits of your labor, wondering if it's really been worth the effort. You know, looking down to see what's blossoming, what's blooming. The 3 of Wands in reverse, things that you're passionate about. Some sort of stagnation, some sort of setback or hold up on what you were projecting or planning to do in the future. The 6 of Pentacles, so this is charity, having enough abundance that you can give to others. And again, we got this balance symbol with the scales. You know, we have the 2 towers here in the moon, balance. Maybe that's part of this purging for you, we'll see. We've got the 8 of Wands, so coming in quickly. This very often represents air travel, but this is passionate news coming into you quickly. The Wands represent things that you're passionate about, right? So new growth. But then you have the 7 of Wands. So this is also defending yourself. You're in a position where you have to defend yourself and you have to do it quickly. He ran out to the edge of the cliff and he has 2 different shoes on. So this warns you about being too hasty in what you're doing and to make sure that you are prepared. Yet again, another wand, the Knight of Wands. This is player energy. He's coming in hot. Even the horse, see the horse's neck and his I was going to say his shanks, but I don't know what they're actually called that. I was in 4-H for horses too, and I don't remember. But anyway, he's hot. He's red. This character has armor on, and he's got some very flashy vestments over them. His guard is open. His guard is up, right? His shield is up. Yet his lips, his mouth is kind of covered a little bit. This might be someone you know who comes over who doesn't wear a mask, or maybe they just walk around with a mask around their neck right now. When I see this guy, it's player energy, comes in hot, could be a girl. But the way I look at it is like you can't really tell. you can't really trust what they say to you, right? It might not always be the truth of what he says, but he's very passionate. He comes in, with his wand. He's coming in hot. He wants you, right? Then you've got the Ten of Pentacles, and this is the destiny, the legacy card. You see the old man sitting on his throne with the two white dogs, purity, innocence, the family in the courtyard, the castle, all of the money. This is all the abundance. You don't get more coins. You don't get more pentacles in the tarot more than the 10. You might get the Ace of Pentacles, which is a brand new beginning of something that is a wealth and abundance, but this is as far as you can go. So this is very auspicious. And then you've got the Two of Pentacles, which represents, you might be juggling things, right? You're juggling your money, juggling your wealth, juggling, or even, again, what we talked about with these two and this balance, making a decision. It is Gemini, you're very dual. Again, a card with the moon on it. This is the Ace of Cups, and you have it in reverse. So you're resisting walking away from something that you quite possibly know doesn't serve you any longer. Again, the Death card. Running out of breath. The Death card talks about purging, walking away from things. And here, if it's in the reverse, you're resisting. For those of you who are used to my readings, I go down a couple in the deck. So you have the Death. You also have the Page of Pentacles. So you've got lots of pages, lots of Pentacles and Wands in this reading here. So, this is younger energy coming into you, but it's news about your coin, news about new abundance, news about new material health or wellness coming into you. And then you've got the Queen of Wands. So, you've got this Knight of Wands. He's not the king, but you have the Queen of Wands. So Gemini, you might be the Queen of Wands here. She goes after what she wants, but she, again, is also very sensual, very sensuous. She is in touch with her material side, you see, with the flower and the growth, but also like the metaphysical, the spiritual side. She's got her black cat at her feet, and she sits on her throne, which is very solid, and she looks out above or over what? Her kingdom? Not sure. But she's got her staff, her wand, firmly placed in the ground. She's going to go after what she wants. Whatever she's passionate about, she's going for. I think what you're looking at here, Gemini, is, with this moon energy, this is bringing you to a point, and the Death and the scorpionic energy. Where do you go next? What's next for you, Gemini, right? I think you're very passionate about your money right now. I think you're focusing on your wealth and abundance. Not so much your coin, not so much your emotions, while you do have passionate things going on. But this is talking about, the balancing of your health and your abundance and your well-being. And really, these pentacles that you have here, this is doing what's best for you, right? What you're passionate about, what you're trying to achieve, right? What you're working on. You want to be able to help others, give and receive, but your ultimate goal is this abundance and this, this could also be inheritance, but you want to be in this situation where you can help others, but that you can leave an inheritance and a legacy for the rest of your family, right? And that with this in the upright, with the Two Pentacles, I think you're able to juggle it pretty well. That's what I'm seeing here. Let's see if we can clarify a little. What are the other messages here for Gemini for this special reading? Yeah, you're coming out of your head. You received some information or news is coming in for you, and you're coming out of this situation where you're just thinking about it and you're ready to take some action. You know, you're ready to take some action. You've been doing all your thinking. You might come up against some obstacles, but I think you're going to be well prepared to face them. What else does Gemini need to know here for this special reading? The Hierophant. Okay, so this might be someone else that's coming into your energy, a male energy. This is usually a long-term commitment, or it could be a marriage. The Hierophant is the opposite of the counterpart to the High Priestess, a spiritual leader, organization. He represents Taurus. So again, with this pentacle, with this earth energy, you might also be dealing with a Taurus or someone who's an earth sign, right? Very stable, very reliable. But this could also be your job, organization, institutions. You also got the Five of Cups, which is having regrets, looking down at your spilt cups, but you've got these two upright cups, and so this calls for you to not be focusing on things that you're regretting. Whatever you've had going on in your life here, maybe with your pentacles, your job, you know, maybe you've lost your job, just to get beyond these regrets and focus on the good things that are happening, the things that make you feel emotionally happy, emotionally stable. Because it's interesting, you have those two cups you're looking at, and you've got the eight of cups here that you're walking away from, but 8 and 2 is 10. So again, a new cycle, a new start. You got the Four of Cups in reverse. So you're wishing things are the way that they used to be able to be, but they're not. I mean, things change. You had the Death card. Everyone is going through incredible changes right now. So you've got the Seven of Swords next in reverse. So you got to come out of this, these behaviors that didn't serve you well, right? And the Emperor in reverse. So the Emperor, he is Aries. Yes, he might be dealing with an Aries as well. May or may not resonate. I look at this and I'm like, you need to come out of this where you're not feeling like you're in your power. 2 more cards for Gemini, and then we're going to go ahead and do an affirmation, and then we're going to get the Romance Angel card for you too. I think it's a good reading. I think it's just where you're at now. You've got the opportunity, you've got this emotional thing that you need to walk away from possibly because it's not the way it used to be. You've been really focusing on your money and your abundance, and where do you go from here? Where are you going from here? You've really been thinking about this. 2 more cards, please, for Gemini. Oh. There are those 2 cards. Wow. Okay, so you got the 9 of Wands in reverse. So you're not the wounded warrior anymore. You've been in this wounded warrior mode, and now you're walking out. And you're like, it's going to be okay. I've resigned myself to all of the things that have happened to me, and I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm going to be strategic, and I'm going to be moving forward from this. And you got the King of Wands in reverse. So here you have the Queen of Wands in the upright, and now you've got the King of Wands in reverse. And the way I'm looking at this now, you might have a person, you might be married, you might have a partner or whatever. You might be at odds with this person, but the way I'm looking at this with these 2 energies is the Queen is in the upright. She's passionate. She knows where she wants to go for. Be careful that you're not being a little reckless, because you have this player energy too, right? So now's not the time for reckless behavior. Now's not the time for reckless behavior. You want to be strategic about what you're doing and be cautious. But I think you're definitely moving forward. 1 more card. Yeah. You might be going back on something. I just pulled 1 more card. I'm just feeling 1 more card. Okay. And you still need to go within. You got with the Hermit in reverse, and trust your guidance, right? Trust your inner light. Yeah. All right. Let's get an affirmation card here for Gemini for this special reading. do have in this other, the original deck I started with too, the Queen of Cups was the 4th card down. So you're in your power, and in terms of your emotional stuff, you're really being more particular about who you share your cup of love with. But the Four of Wands is below that, so that is everything is, you know, joy and happiness and celebration. 1111, the 1111 portal, these things being revealed to you. And the very next card was the World in reverse. So you have to follow, you know, you have to come out of, I think you're on the right path, but in order to walk through and open that new cycle, to walk through the cycle, something here has to end. And I actually just think that you're working on it. I think you're focusing on your coins right now, but things are going to be changing quickly. It's coming in very quickly, and I think you're making this happen, and I think that you're going to come up with some obstacles, and I think it's moving forward into a much more rewarding pentacle, you know, earthy, stable, reliable, whether it's money or finances or a new job. I think that this is what you're working on. Let's see, we have 10 of Earth. Also, the earthy, pentacly, you see the pentacles. This is the equivalent of this in the Colette Baron read, The Good Tarot. Let me read to you what this says. Okay, I hope you can see it all right. I know my setup's a little bit different here today. Yeah, Gemini, I think you are thinking about yourself, not in a bad way. You're not mowing over anybody, you know, you have some of these other players, you have some other influences going on in your energy, but I think you've made up your mind with this Scorpionic, you know, with the Death card, with the full moon in Scorpio. I think that you are coming around to the fact that you need to make a change. You need to be strategic about what your next move is going to be. So let me read to you what the 10 of Earth says. Okay. Affluence, material abundance, mastery, financial security, inherited wealth and knowledge. And this is what I just told you, right? So this is where we're going with your energy here. I am now able to step back and observe the results of what I built through my dedication and hard work. I claim ownership of the castles I built that have taken form in the material world. I have achieved mastery and inherited treasures of knowledge and experience thanks to all I have been through. I smile appreciatively at my run of good fortune. So yeah, good things are coming for you, Gemini. I'm excited too because I'm a Gemini, so I'm excited about this reading. What did the Romance Angel Oracles have to say for Gemini for this special reading? Didn't flip, didn't fall out. I'm going to take the one that landed. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And we did have this Hierophant card that represents marriage, long-term commitment. So this is very exciting. All right, Gemini, I hope that you enjoyed this special reading and that it aligned with what's going on with you. Something for you to look forward to for sure. And I think the message is keep on keeping on. You're working on your abundance and your wealth, and it's really going to pay off. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Continue to follow the community guidelines in your area for your health and safety and the health and safety of others around you. Have a wonderful Mother's Day if you're a mom. If you're not and you have a mom, wish her a happy Mother's Day. Without moms, none of us would be here. So I love you all, and thanks again for subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting below. Love you. Peace out.